Hey, hi there. So Trump's speech just happened, and I kind of want to react to it and speak about it a bit. Definitely not gonna put the whole video on my own video because that would take too much time. The video would be simply too long, so I will try to cut it to make it like, well, pretty short as possible. I will try to keep this as short as possible. So hi, welcome in. I'm Crazy Cosmic Bunny. Hi. And yeah, I just want to see what Trump said today. I reckon it might be hilarious and maybe a little bit sad, seeing person spiraling down like that. But let's see, maybe just maybe a miracle happened and he said something smart. So let's try to listen to this and see where this goes.
Nice to see you. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about, and we have some very specific things. So we'll take our time. We have plenty of time. I think you have plenty of time. I hope you like the weather. It's very nice. Nice place. Nice location. And I do thank you for being here. And we don't have very much heat. So I'd say it's perfect weather for this. The rain is not imminent based on the fact that there are no clouds. So it's really nice. It's really nice. And
What? There's no clouds, so there's no rain. Oh my god! And this is how he starts his speeches, like that. Pretty evident. There is no rain because there is no clouds. What? I mean, I wasn't closely following every single Trump's conference or anything like that, but does he really starts his speeches like that with things like that? He sounds like a little child so far.
let's go over some big facts and some very substantial truths about where we stand as a country, because we're a failing nation because of the way it's been run for the last 3.5 years. We're a failing nation. People are coming into our country by the millions and millions and millions. We have no idea who they are, where they come from.
Hey,
But we're also a failing.
America was built on immigrants. You all are immigrants. You came mostly from Europe. Trump also is I don't know which generation he is, but his parents or grandparents definitely are not American. I think so. So, I mean, America was built on immigrants, and America was built on diversity and different people coming together.
Economy. Kamala Harris is a radical California liberal who broke the economy, broke the border, and broke the world, frankly.
And what he is, radical fascist? I don't know. I mean, fascist by itself is kind of radical. I don't know. It just started and already he points fingers. Well, that's not even pointing fingers. That's just calling names and insulting your opponent instead of starting your speech with something, with something positive, with a smile, with a smile. I greet people smiling while smiling. Talk about some, positive stuff. Like start on a positive note by being happy and smiling, and then start talking about, real issues without shaming or humiliating your opponents or something like that. That what I don't know, smart candidate would do, I guess. But hey, that's just me.
Very destructive to the entire world, because as we go, oftentimes the world goes. She destroys everything she touches. And if she wins, your finances and your country will never recover. You're never going to recover.
How do you know
Radical
that?
left person wants to put price controls all over the place, which will end up driving up your prices, not down your prices. Harris has just declared that tackling inflation will be a day one priority for her. It's going to be day one. But day one, really, for Kamala was 3.5 years ago. Where has she been? And why hasn't she done it? Why hasn't she done it? I hear her complaining all the time. She was the border czar, but she didn't do anything.
A bit lost
The
there,
worst
huh?
border czar in
Don't
history.
know what to
There's
say.
never been a border czar so bad.
Don't know how to
She's
insult
been
her.
unbelievable in terms of her badness to some of our allies, some of our great allies. You know who I'm talking about. Here is the record of economic calamity that Kamala is desperate for voters to ignore. She cast the tie-breaking votes that caused record inflation. She cast the votes. She's trying to blame Biden, as you know. So it
Oh,
was
she
Biden,
tried to
but I'm going to do a
blame
better
Biden?
job. But it was her.
Oh, okay.
And if she wants to do a better job, she's still got 5 months left, right? But she can't do a better job because she doesn't know how to. And she's of a place in life where she wouldn't know what a better job is.
But she's
Gonna
not
destroy
even a
our country,
president
and as a
yet.
result of Kamala's inflation price hikes, they've cost a typical household a total of $28,000. These are numbers coming from government.
she
They're not
just
coming from me.
Hiked up the prices
$28,000
just like that.
she's
Hey,
cost a
let's
typical household.
rise the prices, right?
Kamala's inflation nightmare continues to cost the average American family $1,100 every single month. $1,100. Again, government numbers. You're paying $148.
Well, one thing about inflation. First, basically, the whole world is capitalist. And capitalism relies on infinite growth, basically, which is impossible. And inflation is natural. Inflation happens all the time. And inflation in capitalism, it's just, you can't separate them. Yeah, sometimes when an economic crisis hits, there could be some deflation maybe, or some other economic things happen, and yeah, there could be deflation or after financial crisis maybe. But usually if everything's all right, there's an inflation at least like couple of percent. Like we, for example, about a year ago had 25% inflation. And what is it? Kamala's fault or Biden's, or I don't know, maybe Obama's? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I am in Europe, in Eastern Europe, so inflation just happens for certain reasons, and those reasons could be, there could be a countless numbers of reasons. Like for us, it was a war in Ukraine. Electricity and gas became more expensive, so inflation hiked up insanely. So that was the reason. But I don't think that someone can just decide to, okay, just raise the prices so that people would suffer. I mean, I think that could be possible in some communist regime or something like that, where one person literally controls everything and all that. But I don't believe that could happen in the USA by the decision of one person. And if someone would decide to do that, I think those would be the banks, maybe, and, you know, rich people playing dirty game to just become richer, and that's it.
There's more a month on food. It's every month. Average family, because Kamala and her ideas, and Joe Biden too, I mention him, but he's sort of gonzo. It all started with the debate. I should have been a little bit easy. Somebody said, your debate performance was horrible. I said, why? Because you forced him out of government. But I believe she'll be just as bad. I believe she's maybe in many ways going to be worse, because he wasn't really a radical left, but she is. She's real. He wasn't real.
Wait. So will he start talking about actual, like, politics, you know, economic, social issues, or will it be just, you know, bashing Biden and Kamala? Or because he didn't start his speech yet, he's just trying to shit on his opponents, and that's it. And radical left, what? Who's radical left? Democrats are not radical left, they are liberals. And it's not radical left, nowhere near that. Trump, on the other hand, is radical right.
So I think she's going to be, in many ways, easier to beat than Joe Biden. What they did to him was disgraceful, by the way, and it really is a threat to democracy. It was a
Wait. Kamala will be easier. So why are you panicking so much, Mr. Trump? Why so panicky all of a sudden? And just every interview or conference after Biden dropped out was a disaster for Trump. Trump just can't say anything constructive anymore after Biden dropped out. He's obviously afraid of Kamala because he knows that Kamala is stronger than Biden and Kamala will attract more votes.
coup